Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a review on the Autlead C5 tire inflator. So this is a sponsored video. They did send me the tire inflator to review. So normally when I do these reviews, I start with the cons first. That way we end on a good note. So with that said, here come the cons. One of the features on this tire inflator is it does have an auto shut off once you set the pressure to what you want. But I kind of like having a manual shut off as well, just for flexibility and convenience. Now I suppose a workaround for this would be to set the PSI super high and then just turn it off once it gets to the PSI you're looking for. The product does feel a little bit cheap, but what do you expect for $40? And the last con is the digital tire gauge doesn't quite work correctly. So let me explain. So basically once you screw in the plug to your tire, the reading you get will be correct. And I verified this with a manual PSI gauge that I have. But once you set the actual PSI to what you want it at and you turn it on, it'll start pumping, and on the screen it'll tell you, it'll stop when it gets to the number that you set it at. But if you were to take it off and actually measure the PSI with a manual gauge, you'll notice that it doesn't actually tie. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. So basically there's a workaround. I think it was about 2 PSI off, lower. So basically let's say you set it at 45. It would say 45 on the gauge, but in reality, it would only be 43 pounds of pressure. So a workaround for that is just to set the gauge higher than you want it by that difference, and then you'll have the correct amount and the auto shut off will work. And just from my own personal experience, I have had other tire gauges in this price range that were digital, and those ones also didn't work as well. So I'm not really expecting too much from this digital gauge, the actual reader, to work, properly or quite right. And that's basically it for the cons, and I was actually pretty impressed that a product at this price range had so little cons. So off to the pros we go. It's small and lightweight, and at $40, it's not too cheap, but it's also not too expensive of a product. I like that the connector is a screw-on instead of like a little flip plug thing, and I'll show you what I'm talking about with the old school ones, like a tire pump. So I like that you can actually screw it on. The auto shut-off is a cool feature to have, and it's pretty convenient. The light works decently well. It's pretty bright for how small it is. It has 3 modes: regular mode, SOS mode, and a strobe mode. I've seen reviews that people complain that the pump actually wiggles around as you're using it to pump up tires. And for me, that's kind of a given that's going to happen. And I just let it do it because it's screwed in anyways. It's not going anywhere, so I don't even worry about it. The pump fills at a pretty quick rate, and it didn't take me too long to do all 4 of my tires. I like that it has a nice little handle just in case you need it for convenience. The cord for the 12-volt plug is like 11.5 feet, and that's plenty of room to do any of the tires in your car. The storage bag is also really nice to have because if you look at the bottom, the way the 12-volt plug was kind of wrapped in the bottom, there's no way you're getting that thing back in there after. So it's nice that you can kind of stuff it in the bottom of the bag and you don't have a whole mess of cords everywhere. I like that it's small and compact, and it's a great tool to have in your trunk in case you have an emergency where you need to pump up your tires. There's an additional 4 nozzles that come with the pump that you can use for multi-purpose reasons. This particular pump isn't actually that noisy compared to other pumps I've had in this price range. So that's pretty much the pros and cons on this product. I think it's a great product to have, especially in an emergency. The only thing I can't test is longevity, so you'll have to see for yourself if you end up buying the product. But so far, so good. So if you thought this video was helpful, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.